What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Realistic Career Mode. This is episode number 6. So we're starting to do some stuff on the back of our FA Cup third round win away against Hull City to put us through to the fourth round. Lord, did we need that. And you'll see the draw for the fourth round here, Bolton Wanderers. So another side outside the Premier League at home. You know, back when I was a kid, Everton versus Bolton was a pretty decent Premier League affair. But nowadays, no, a little bit different. But Everton versus Bolton taking on a side with so many financial troubles over the recent years. Glad to know they are still in operation. I have to say, for a while, I was very fearful Bolton were going to go the way of Bury, and unfortunately, never come back. But thankfully, they have done so, and fair play as well. The fans have stuck through them through thick and thin. Stuck with them through thick and thin, I should say. And it's pleased to see it as well. But yeah, anyway, it's Bolton Wanderers in the FA Cup fourth round. So definitely fancying our chances there of getting through to the last 16 of the Cup. And I said in the game against Hull City, you know, when you're on a poor run of form or you're having a poor season, a cup run can be a really good, positive, welcome distraction. And a great chance to reach the last 16 here with that game at Goodison Park. Yeah, you know, a good cup run can certainly make us feel a little bit better about what has been a tough first season at Goodison. Because for the first game of today's episode, wow, this was a game which we simply could not afford to slip up in. Bournemouth, yes, away from home with a vitality, but the Cherries under Gary O'Neill, newly promoted, 3 points all season long, rock bottom of the table as things stand on course to set a new infamous Premier League record of lowest amount of points ever, worse than Derby County's back in the 2007-2008 season, I think it was. Well, away from home here, I cannot afford to slip up in this game. 7 minutes in, let's just say ball don't lie. Bournemouth were given a really, really debatable penalty. And I use the word debatable when what I really want to say is incorrect. No way was that a penalty. I would have been fuming had they converted it. But Jordan Pickford, club captain now that Seamus Coleman's got his boyhood move to Celtic, bails us out from 12 yards and turns it behind for a corner. And he made a couple of great saves directly from the resulting corners as well. Yep, Jordan Pickford wearing the armband when Coleman wasn't playing. Now Coleman's left the club. He's going to be my club captain, no doubt about it. And he's playing like a captain should in a big game here, making big, big saves. So at the break, it was still 0-0. And in the second half, I don't know whether it was nerves in the first half, but I just was not on it at all. I was really, really poor. Maybe feeling the pressure, knowing how big this game was, needing to win it. A massive relegation 6-pointer here against the side rock bottom of the table. In the second half, I thought, okay, all right, put the nerves to one side and just be assertive. Just go out there. We've got more quality. We're the better team. We're in a better position right now. We shouldn't be feeling the pressure. Bournemouth need this win a lot more than we do. So come on, man. Let's sort this out in the second half. Well, great save initially right after the restart, but Damari Gray, the former Fox, ended up giving us the opening goal with about 25 minutes left on the clock. And you can see what it means on the sidelines as well. Trying to keep it calm, but that's a big goal there. Just his third of the season, but, you know, goals this season, haven't had that many of them. But Damari Gray, to be fair, like I really like this guy. You know, on that right hand side, he's got pace. I don't know how much better he can get in his mid-20s right now, but I really like this guy. You know, he's got pace, he's got an end product as well. He's got a decent finish on him, to be fair, and he's quite a tricky winger as well. It's exactly what you need sometimes. Just a little bit of pace down the flank and a nice player with a finish on him, step inside as well. So, yeah, he puts us in front of the game. Junior Stanislas levelled through the most ridiculously unlucky goal. This is one of those games where I just thought, I can't see me seeing this game out. Even though I started the second half off better, Junior Stanislas scored the leveller, but that rebound was unbelievable. I mean, seriously, it was almost like the ball was sort of like, you know, magnetically being attracted to red and black shirts, because twice it could have been cut out. Instead, it came back to the Cherries, and in the end, Stanislas levelled it. And to be fair, David Brooks almost won it for Bournemouth right at the end. Thank God Pickford was on hand to make the save. So, yeah, that kept it at 1-1. That was how the game finished, but you best believe that is a really, really poor slip up there. Yes, it could have been a hell of a lot worse. Bournemouth could have had their first win of the season. Had it not been for Pickford, they would have done so, but really, I should have won that game. I don't know how on earth I didn't win that game. So when you can't beat rock bottom, no wins all season long, 3 points Bournemouth, then yeah, I think it's safe to say you got to make a transfer. Like, you got to do something. You know, you got to change something. So I thought, okay, all right, we've not got much money at the moment. We've got around £14.5 million in our budget. That's not a lot to work with, especially in modern day football. So I thought, what can I really do? You know, I want to improve our defence. We haven't kept that many clean sheets this season long. Pickford, like in that game there, has to bail me out loads and loads of times. I need to improve my defence. You know, Nathan Patterson started ahead of Seamus Coleman when Coleman was here anyway, but he is quite low rated. We do concede a lot of our goals from the flank, and the ball's getting played into the middle as well. So why don't I look for a class first choice right back to replace Seamus Coleman? So I went onto the transfer list, and not many players get put on transfer list in FIFA CM, as we know, due to broken game mechanics, but I saw that Spurs had put Matt Doherty on the transfer list. Yeah, the former Wolves right back. And I have to say, for 6.25 mil, I think I just pulled off a brilliant signing here. Now, Matt Doherty is 30 years old, don't get me wrong, he's no spring chicken, but I have always felt that Doherty is a really underrated player. He's not really played for Spurs this season. He's behind Emerson, he's behind Spence in the pecking order, and as we know now, he's going to be behind Pedro Porro as well. He's only got 18 months left in his contract. Matt Doherty's long-term future at Spurs is looking very precarious indeed, and very unlikely as well. And if he's going to go somewhere, well, I've got to say, I think Everton is quite a realist destination. I could definitely see that. You know, they definitely need some good quality Premier League experience. Again, Matt Doherty was signed under Jose Mourinho. I've always felt Doherty is really underrated. You know, I really do feel he's a good, solid right back. He's very decent when going forward. He's got good energy. You know, he's not the quickest, and I must admit, in modern football, you know, everyone looks at fullbacks and wingbacks and they've got to have a lot of pace. He's not got that much pace, so I'm not going to try and deny it, but I personally think there is still a place for a player that's not the quickest, but technically pretty sound, and a good defender as well. Yeah, Matt Doherty is the sort of player that can play in a 3-5-2 on the right-hand side of midfield, in a 5-3-2 as a wing-back, or as an actual full-back in a 4-at-the-back formation. Doherty, to me, is quite versatile in that kind of way. So, yeah, I'm really pleased with that. Doherty's in, and I think that's quite a realistic transfer as well there. You know, I've not signed one of the best young right-backs in world football. You know, I've signed Matt Doherty, a player who's got an uncertain future at Spurs right now. But I can definitely see that. He adds first-team quality to this team, and some much-needed experience as well. So, yeah, I'm pleased with that. Doherty's in, and again, it's 77 rated. I don't know if he can get any better at 30 years old right now. Maybe one rating better. But listen, I've not signed this guy to be my starting right back for 6 or 7 years at Goodison. I've signed him to plug some gaps here. I've signed him to give me some emergency first-team quality to help us stay in the Premier League. That's why I've signed Matt Doherty, and I think he can definitely do that for us. So, yeah, following game, midweek, Nottingham Forest Wednesday night. Another big game here against the newly promoted side. And after a really poor run of form in the Premier League, and that awful 1-1 draw away to Vitality, I thought, right, Steve Cooper's side coming here. This has got to be a win. I mean, seriously, this has to be a win, surely. And once again, Pickford made some incredible saves in the game. We scored 2 quick goals early in the first half. First through Neil Maupay, and basically right from kickoff, Forest giving the ball away, and Amadou Onana. Where would we be without Amadou Onana? I think he's been my best player alongside Pickford this season. Got our second goal in a 2-0 victory. So yeah, a rare clean sheet. Most importantly though, a big 3 points. Pickford once again, really big between the sticks. But on the other end, Maupay, rare goal scorer for us, but nice to see him get one cracking finish as well, in off the underside of the bar. Most importantly though, Amadou Onana with the second goal to wrap it up, even so early. He has been massive for me this season, honestly, and I'll tell you this right now. I think no matter what happens to Everton between now and the end of the season, I can see Onana having a one-and-done year at Goodison, because he has been so good this year under Frank Lampard, and now to be under Sean Dyche as well. Anyway, yep, final game of today's episode. Bolton Wanderers here at Goodison, FA Cup 4th round. So heading into this game, I was thinking, okay, alright, we've got a big win there against Forest. No losses in our last 3 games in all competitions. Let's keep the streak going here and show that we've turned a corner and we've got some much needed stability. Taking on Bolton Wanderers, FA Cup 4th round. Once again, like the previous round against Hull, yes, we're taking on a Football League side. Yes, we're far stronger on paper. But I'm taking no chances. I am taking absolutely no chances whatsoever, man. We need a good cup run as a welcome distraction, and we can't suffer the embarrassment of getting knocked out of the cup early to a Football League side. So we beat Hull by 2-1 in this game. Scored early through DCL. I gotta say, now it was disallowed for offside, and you would see the lines there. Now, I'll be honest here, because it's a computer game, or a video game or whatever, then obviously, you know, you have to trust that the game has got it right. But when I looked at those lines, I was like, really? He looks onside to me, but it was given off, so fair enough. And it didn't matter in the end, because right before the break, talk about your dream debuts. I'm not signed to score the goals, but he gets his first in an Everton shirt right before the break. Matt Doherty, I don't know what on earth happened, but he just kept on storming forward. So I thought, fair enough, he's going to keep on going. I'll offload it to him. And Matt Doherty goes all the way and turns in from close range to open the scoring. And then in the second half, DCL says, try disallowing that on referee. Puts it in. Definite goal to make it 2-0, and that one stands. So, yep, 2-0, and we are going through to the following round. So, back-to-back 2-0 wins there for Doherty. Talk about your dream Daves as well. Yes, taking on a Football League side, but even so, the right back going all the way. It was so funny. I just saw him storing through the middle, and I thought, what on earth is Matt doing there? I've got no idea, but you know what? Fair enough, I'll give it to him, and he ends up getting us the goal that set us on the way. So 2-0, we're into the last 16 in the FA Cup, and a nice cup run is a decent distraction for us. And for now, for Everton, 4 games in a row without loss in all competitions. Yes, to be fair, 2 have been Football League sides, but even so, our best run of form of the season so far. And with a week to go to the transfer window slams shut right now. 15 games to go, 4 points from 6 puts us up to 12th place in the table, 25 points on the board, but I'm taking nothing for granted. We're only 5 points clear of Southampton. We are still in a relegation fight. But that will end today's episode of the Realistic Career, guys. Big thank you for watching. Hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, then please do drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day, and I will see you for the next episode of the Realistic Career Mode very soon.